Good evening, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Today is May 25th, 2018. I have some incredible information for you tonight. This is really, really amazing. And just it's getting better and better as we get closer to the time of our deliverance. It's just amazing the way the Lord is giving us understanding. And I'm so thankful that the Lord has given me this opportunity to be involved in the way that He has given me to be involved. Now, before I get into the new information, I do want to just go over a quick overview of what I've been looking at over the last couple days. We know that September 23rd, 2017 was a birthing event in the heavens, the Revelation 12 sign. We know that Jupiter was in Virgo for 10 months or so before September, and so we were definitely looking at September as the birth event. But since it was not the birth event, then what we are doing now is we're looking at it as the conception event. And this brings us from September 23rd, a full gestation time frame between 38 and 40 weeks, 3 trimesters, and we looked at how the birth pangs have increased, going to December, going to April, and now leading up to the middle of June. We're coming up to the end of the 9 months, and so the birth pangs are increasing. So we have a birth event in the heavens. Definitely the sign talks about the lady, the woman who's going to give birth, okay? So we have this understanding. And then we have the parable of the fig tree when it says that when its branch has already become tender and puts forth leaves, you know that summer is near. So you also, when you see all these things, know that it is near at the doors. So we have a 9-month period that is bringing us to the beginning of summer on June 21st. And this is a time frame that we're looking at. But there is a different there is one more date in the 70-week prophecy that I see as very significant, which is the actual day of Pentecost in 1948, the 6th of Sivan. Now, by understanding this date, there have been many things that are opening up to us. It's giving us understanding. And I feel like this is what the Lord has done with me at each and every step along the way, based on the understanding of a specific date. Then the revelations come, then the timelines come. We see how everything is connected based on this one day. And now, so we have June 13th is a marker. Now, we don't know if this is the day of the rapture. This is a time frame we are watching. There's reason to watch this based on the 70 years of Israel, and the 70-year prophecy being connected to the Feast of Weeks. 70 weeks are determined. So we're here, June 13th. So that leads us to June 13th, 2018. Now let's see what this opens up for us. We've talked about the Peace and Safety Summit that is taking place on June 12th. That's back on now, okay? It was on again, off again. Now it's on again. We see that the peace and security is connected to what? It's connected to the birth, the pang of distress upon a pregnant woman. See how it's all connected? The birthing event, the peace and safety is connected to the birthing event. So we have a time frame that's leading us to the date of the 70 weeks from Pentecost 1948. June 13th, which is June 13th, 2018, is the fulfillment of 70 weeks. And on this day, we have the summit within the 24-hour period based on the side of the world you're on. So within a 24-hour period, we have the Peace and Safety Summit going on, and the Peace and Safety is connected to the birth event. because it's a pang of distress upon a pregnant woman, and they will by no means escape. It's connected to September 21st, the Feast of Trumpets, by 266 days. And so we're watching June 13th. Now, this is what I'm going to be sharing with you, and it's just an amazing understanding. And I've got a couple things beyond the fact that there are 613 commandments. There's another thing that connects the commandments to the Gregorian calendar. Now, this is an interesting and maybe very, very important part of this understanding. Okay, there's 613 commandments. Okay, 613 as in June 13th. 613. The tradition that 613 commandments is the number of mitzvot in the Torah began in the 3rd century CE when Rabbi Simlai mentioned it in a sermon that is recorded in Talmud Makkot 23b. Although there have been many attempts to codify and enumerate the commandments contained in the Torah, the most traditional enumeration is Maimonides. The 613 commandments include positive commandments to perform an act of mitzvot aseh, which is positive, and negative commandments to abstain from certain acts. The negative commandments number what? 365. The negative commandments number 365. The positive commandments number 248. A number ascribed to the number of bones and main organs in the human body. So we've got two different numbers that connect us to 613. 248 is the number ascribed to the number of bones and main organs in the human body. And the negative commandments number 365. 365 as in the number of days in the Gregorian calendar. So isn't it interesting that there are 613 commandments? And part of the understanding of the commandments connects us to the Gregorian calendar based on the number of negative commandments, 365. So here we have a connection that could be showing us within the Gregorian calendar that 613 may be a key number. From June 13th, 613, 613 commandments, 365 negative commandments. Okay. And then we have June 12th. So we're going to be watching a 3-day window. June 12th, which is the Peace and Safety Summit that's back on again. June 13th, I've already shared with you about that day and Pentecost from 1948, the 613 commandments, plus the connection to the Gregorian calendar through the 365 negative commandments. Now let's look at June 14th. Very important connection in all of this. Now hold on here, guys. There's some amazing information I'm going to give you right now. If that wasn't enough about June 13th and the connection to the Torah based on the 613 commandments, you're going to love what I'm going to share with you right now. On June 14th, there's amazing connections. It's Donald Trump's birthday, June 14th. Now, how could this possibly be significant? Look at everybody. Look at where Donald Trump has been in all of this. Where Donald Trump has been in the middle of the prophecies, in the middle of the timelines. Donald Trump has been key in everything we have seen over the last 2 to 3 years. Now let's look. Let's take a look here. Let's remember some things here. How could Donald Trump's birthday mean anything in the scope of what we are watching? Okay, Jerusalem becomes the capital of Israel end of 2017. Number 2, Donald Trump won the presidential election on the exact same day as the Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's 7th year, 7th month, and 7th day in office. So Donald Trump's election is connected to Benjamin Netanyahu's 7th year, 7th month, and 7th day in office. Okay, we're going to watch the pattern of sevens. Donald Trump, this is number 3. Donald Trump was exactly 70 years, 7 months, and 7 days old on the day he won the above said U.S. presidential election. This happened in the Hebrew year of 5777. Number 5, Donald Trump was born precisely 700 days before Israel declared independence on May 14th, 1948. He was born on June 14th. June 14th, 700 days before then. What year was that? 1945? No, 1946. Yeah, 1946. So he was born 700 days exactly before Israel declared independence on May 14th. Number 6, 777 days after Trump's birth, Israel would have been precisely 77 days old. And number 7, Israel's 70th anniversary will come exactly 700 days after Donald Trump's 70th birthday. So we have the 70, the 700, the 70th, the 777, and it's just all the connections. There's a quote by Lee Caldwell. It says, in the 70th year of Israel's beginning, by our 70-year-old president, the prophetic event, recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, and the moving of the American embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, prophecy fulfilled, quote by Lee Caldwell. Now, 777, just lucky or prophetic? You decide. Look at all the connections and how Donald Trump has been involved. And it all has to do with his birthday, because based on his birthday, all the timelines are connected to the beginning of Israel and all the things that have happened and all the things that we just mentioned. So Donald Trump. Now, could June 14th be an interesting connection to what we're watching on June 12th, June 13th, and June 14th? Now, let's look. Donald Trump is 72. Let's look at the number 72 now. And let's see if this number is important. 72, okay? This is from a Wikipedia article, and it's talking about the number 72 in religion. 72 in religion. Let's look at how important the number 72 is, not only in Christianity, but in all the religions of the world. 72 is a key number. The number of languages spoken at the Tower of Babylon, according to later tradition. The conventional number of scholars translating the Septuagint, according to the legendary account in the letter of Aristeas. The conventional number of disciples sent forth by Jesus in Luke 10, in some manuscripts, others show 70. The number of names of God according to Kabbalah. It's related to the number of the names of God. The number of the names of God. Again, it repeats, it's related to the number of the names of God. The total number of books in the Holy Bible in the Catholic version, if the book of Lamentations is considered part of the book of Jeremiah. Number 72 is the current distribution of the book of Revelation is 22 chapters adopted since the 13th century. But the oldest known division of the text is that of the Greek commentator Andrew of Caesarea in the 6th century. And he had Revelation divided into 72 chapters. The number of people martyred along with Imam Hussein at the Battle of Karbala. The number of awri each Muslim martyr, or every Muslim male, according to some ahadith, shall receive as companions in paradise 72 virgins for the Muslims. The degrees of Jacob's ladder were to the number of 72, according to the Zohar. The 72 disciples of Confucius who mastered his teachings. Mahavira, the 24th and last Tirthankara of Jainism, is said to have attained nirvana after his physical death at the age of 72. Thoth, an Egyptian creation myth, wins a 72nd of each day of the year from the moon in a game of draughts as a favor to Nut, the sky goddess. He used these portions to make the 5 intercalary days on which the remaining gods and goddesses are born. The good god Osiris was enclosed in a coffin by 72 evil disciples and accomplices of Set. At the age of the puberty, the young Parsi received the investiture of the sacred cord Kukti, made of 72 linens in the symbol of the community. In Kao Dai, the number of planets between hell and heaven are 72. There are 72 stupas which comprise Borobudur, the world's largest Buddhist temple. 72 major temples have been found at Angkor, seat of the ancient Khmer Empire. In Islam, 72 is the number of sects or denominations that are doomed to hell, according to hadith, sayings of Prophet Muhammad. The number of demons sealed away by King Solomon with the lesser key of Solomon. So here we have a conjunction from June 12th to June 14th. We have what has been from the very beginning, and what showed us this date is the connection from 1948, based on the actual date of Pentecost in 1948. 70 years from June 13th, 1948, bringing us to June 13th, 2018. And we're watching June 12th through 14th based on the Peace and Safety Summit, based on the anniversary of Pentecost from 1948, and based on the 72nd birthday of Donald Trump on June 14th. And June 13th, 2018 is Wednesday. Is that our wedding day? Have we found our wedding day? Our bridegroom coming to pick us up on Tuesday evening so we can be married on Wednesday, wedding day. Anyway, I'm really excited to be able to share all this information with you. I pray you are blessed by what is being shared. And if you have any more information about these dates, please share with me in the comments. I thank you, and I pray everybody's blessed tonight. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People, the sign of his coming revealed.